I'm going to apologize in advance, Josh. I'm just returning home from a Dunkin' run requested by my wife. So, while I enjoyed my amazing cup of Van Buren coffee this morning, my wife woke up and said, hey, you know what? I could go for a cup of Dunkin' Donuts coffee. And I obliged. That's what I feel a great husband would do, and say, all right, I'll get you a cup of Joe, whichever cup you like. And here I am. Great Sunday morning. It is another amazing day to be confident. Sure is. It's a beautiful day out here. And how do we define confidence? What is self-confidence? Self-confidence is the habit and process of keeping the promises that we make to ourselves. It's that simple. So where are the promise keepers this morning? I know you're up and at 'em. It's only 7:30 here Central Standard Time. Maybe Pacific Coast. You're just waking up, ready to take on the day. I know Eastern's up. I'm up at 5 o'clock every morning. That's my commitment that I make to myself. I wake up, get my water, write my material for the day, ask myself several questions to start and ignite my day to get myself in a positive train of thought. And then I walk. I'll do a walk. I'll do some work, a workout, something to get my body flowing, get it in a state of perpetual movement. So I'm already 2.5 hours plus into my day. And let me tell you what's going to be happening in my morning. I'm going to have the great fortune and privilege of sharing the beautiful, talented, and dynamic Amy Izzo on my personal Facebook page and expressing her journey, her story, how the Promise Keeper community has made an impact with her. And I am ever so grateful for this, because Amy Izzo, we all do, but today specifically, Amy's going to be influencing a wider range and group of people, because it is selfish to keep what we're doing, the plan, the actions, the habits, the rituals, the routines to ourselves. Because you heard me talk about the acorn analogy. What is the purpose? What is the intention of an acorn? And if you ask anybody, it's going to be like, well, it's going to grow into this huge oak tree. And the idea is to get this big oak tree as tall and big and as thick and large as you can get it. But that's really not the intention of an acorn. An acorn's purpose is to produce more acorns. And how do we do that? By inspiring other people. To get people out of their playing small, and get them to play bigger in their own life, in their own world. What's going on, Josh Geddig? Make it a day worth repeating. And so, Josh, I'm glad you hopped on here. Let me know if you're still here, because you asked a question in our group. But before I mention that, I want to make sure that you can watch the live we're going to do. It's going to be right on my personal page on Facebook. You can share it. And it's going to be an awesome conversation. I'm really, really looking forward to it. So, Amy, I appreciate you already for making this happen. And I want to have, Gail, I want to do a conversation with you and do a live, Josh, and whomever else. If you're interested in doing a conversation, having a conversation and sharing it publicly so that other people can witness, because really we're here to be witnessed. And that's where our growth is going to be happening, and that's where it is happening. And it doesn't take long. Like confidence, like you're becoming more confident. What is confidence? I told you, it's the habit and process of making and keeping the promises you make to yourself. By me just saying, I'm going to go and walk to the end of the street and come back, and most people will be like, oh, that's nothing. I can do that. Well, how many times do we say we're going to do something and we don't do it? Dinging and reducing our confidence. Anyway, you know how this works because you're experiencing it and you're feeling it right now. So, Josh, you asked a great question, and I can't quite find it. I was trying to find it before I did this live, and it was about the cleanse. Hey, what is your thought about cleansing? What, maybe you asked me what experiences I have, and then somebody chimed in and said, hey, what's detox? So detox and cleansing, it's really interesting because I'm a big believer that our bodies do a lot of work. Like, our bodies are miraculous. They're intricate. They're detailed. They're complex. And our body does detoxing. It cleanses itself when you're doing the right things that need to be happening, eating the right foods and staying well hydrated, doing the right things. Our body, our kidney, our liver, our skin, our digestive tract, it all has a responsibility to detox and clean out our body. But it's such a hot topic right now, detoxing and cleansing. And I did a detox last year, almost to this date. It was probably more like 13 months ago now. And I did a 3-day detox. And it was just a liquid, no calorie, very few calorie, 3-day detox. And let me tell you, my experience wasn't all it was cracked up to be. I was actually, like, there was no conclusive evidence for me that the detox worked. I was trusting there was going to be a little more energy, and my energy just took a downslide. But also put it in perspective. If you're training, if you're exercising, you're working out, you're expending your body's energies, almost training like an athlete, your body it's not positioned, or it's not going to be in alignment with a detox or a cleanse. I went from 3,500 calories per day eating down to 50 or less because I was just detoxing my body. So here's how I explain detoxing and cleansing. They're very similar, by the way. There's just like two different purposes, one for the detox, one for the cleanse. Detox would be like out with the old, and a cleanse would be in with the new. So think of detox as liver and kidney health, and cleansing would be more of a gut health. Just getting it cleaned out, getting it, less permeated, getting things back on track. I mean, literally, like, your digestive tract will start renewing itself, regenerating itself. Though that's if you've done extensive amount of damage to your digestive system and your gut, and you're eating the inappropriate foods. And again, you've heard me say you don't need a healthy past to have a healthy future, or your healthy future does not require a healthy past. But at this given time, you can make a change where detoxes and cleansing won't be necessary. I guess the question, Josh, would be this. What struck your interest about possibly, are you thinking about doing a cleanse, about doing a detox? Because that's really where the conversation needs to start, is what are your intentions and what would that best serve you with? So let's start the conversation. I can only talk about the detox because I've done a detox before, 3 days. It was 3 miserable days. My energy, my clarity, my train of thought was just down, down, down. It really took me out for a few days, and then some. So I had no bowel movements for 3 days. I know it's TMI, but that's just the truth. Like, people do detoxes so they can start, maybe eliminating constipation or increase energy, relief from headaches or fatigue. I actually had some of the adverse effects. I got really fatigued. I had headaches because of such a drastic and dynamic drop in caloric intake and not getting those nutrients in. And the reason why I did it was this. I had so many people asking me, hey, Steve, what detox or what cleanse do you recommend? What can you tell me about this, that? I don't talk about anything unless I've actually done it. I've actually have put it into play, because that way I can internalize it. If I can internalize it, I can give you a solid recommendation. So let's start the conversation. Who's done a detox? Who's done a cleanse? How has it served you? Is it something you would recommend? But if you would recommend it, under what conditions and criteria would somebody have to be experiencing right now for there to be a benefit and that you experienced? Not what you heard of, not what's regurgitated theory. I want this to be a platform where it's like, this is what happened to me. Here's my experience, and I want to share it. You want information, go to the internet. You want to know what the benefits are of cleansing or detoxing, go search it online. There's a plethora of information. I want to know what you've experienced. What can you tell to be true? Actually, what can you tell to be your opinion? Because it's only true. Difference between an opinion and truth is an opinion, it's only true for some people. A truth is it's true for everybody. Like an opinion would be, man, I really dig. That's a really hot looking melt hat that you have. That's an opinion because it's true for some people. But what's true is I'm wearing a black hoodie. That's true for everybody. Unless you're colorblind, that might be a different situation. That's another conversation. So tell us what your opinion is and how it's going to help serve other people here so they can make an educated decision. And go find more information online if you want to from credible resources. Or if you have a specific question, drop it down below. And someone here, an accountability buddy, will respond accordingly. Awesome. I'm looking forward to doing a live today momentarily. So hop on there. Let's have some fun. Make it a Sunday worth repeating. And let's go. I'm out. Get after it. Later, Tater.